Oh. Oh. To clone or not to clone, getting ahead of oneself, and taking a bite at a crime. Today, we're back breaking down and reacting to all of these super intense medical scenes and injuries from Invincible. Let's dive right in. Come on. Come on! All of these pretty much not compatible with life. I've seen in comments before where people are like,
oh, I know somebody who's been hemisected and they survived.
The likelihood is pretty darn low, especially in a traumatic injury like this. Oh my gosh. I don't know if it's superheroes, but maybe a train going through people can do this. Massive speed, heavy weight, trains, planes, automobiles, falls from great heights, explosions, those sorts of things. Oh. Oh. Injury to the mid-femur causing an open fracture. Open fractures means that it's open to the outside world. Why do we characterize it that way? Because it increases the risk of infection. Oh, uppercut to the face. In your face! You always worry about the tongue being in the way, your lip being in the way, or even just your teeth breaking. The mouth is really dirty. Anytime that you end up having a bleed or a cut, we do worry about infection in the mouth. Oh, what the? Penetrating trauma straight through the abdomen, not compatible with life. Your spinal cord is gone. That amount of bleeding ripping through your aorta as well as the inferior vena cava. Please. Right-sided facial destruction, open tissue. It looks more like bleeding because I still see the tooth and the gum still there, but a lot of cheek or a side of the face is missing. If this were to be fixed, you need a significant amount of plastic surgery. Oh! Forearm fracture, broken right at the elbow, coming out the skin. That is the ulna, which makes up the olecranon process. That's coming out of the skin. Remember, antibiotics, put it back into place. Surgery for this. It looks like it's coming from the wrist, but it's actually from the forearm itself. The forearm is made up of two bones, the ulna and the radius. Oh, human bites do come to the emergency department, surprisingly. They're almost dirtier than an animal bite. We typically will give augmentin or a different type of penicillin type derivative. That antibiotic will cover most of the pathogens that are in a human bite. Where he bit was more onto the trapezius, not necessarily the neck. So the neck harbors your jugular vein and your carotid artery versus the trapezius or high up, just regular small blood vessels. The major ones deeper to that are protected by the clavicle, which would be your subclavian veins. Oh, crush injury to the hand itself. You could be fracturing and crushing all the metacarpals of the hand or your phalanx. There's a lot of injuries to the hand, a lot of bones. Amputation above the elbow, but look how clean that is. Because of the cleanliness of the cut, it does potentially have the ability to be replanted if you're at a facility that has a replantation team to be able to reconnect all the appropriate vessels and nerves to give this arm a chance. I like the response of, oh man, it's so gross.
That's gross.
If this were to happen in real life, the proximal end needs a tourniquet on it or the bleeding to stop. That way this has a chance, the person is still alive, they're not bleeding out. Do you tourniquet this or not? Typically no, it's a low flow state, but you want to get to the hospital as soon as possible before tissue starts dying. Ooh. So punch to the face. Everybody punches everybody in the face. Lacerations to the hand, open joint injuries, and then it hurts your own hand, increase the risk of a boxer's fracture, which is typically a fracture of the more lateral metacarpals. You guys are so good. Oh, we're doing a lot of open fractures here. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Decent job of showing us some weird intestines on the inside. We're very limited. Not a lot of imagery to go off of. We're missing organs or bones in this area. They're all missing. Not a survivable injury. Oh, example of like the weakness of our bodies, and it's the neck. Look at that neck! It's the open area to injury. It's where major blood vessels are, and even our cervical spine. If anything were to happen to the spine itself, then the rest of our body is useless. When the head is separated from the body, not compatible with life. Ah! Come on! Come on! It's almost like ballistic gels bowling ball through a body, and then it just disintegrates it. Just be careful, don't hit the lower part of your frontal bone. That's where your sinuses are. Remember that the whole nose is not bone. Half your nose is bone. The rest is cartilage. It's the upper part that is the bone. Ooh. Interesting.
Interesting.
Blood came out of the ears. The bleeding is because of the rupture of the tympanic membrane or the eardrum themselves, because they have blood vessels there. The bleeding coming out the mouth could be related as well because you have your eustachian tubes that connect from the posterior aspect of your pharynx getting in and out of your middle ear. Watching scenes like this, your nervous system wants to spike. Your heart rate goes up. That's one of the reasons I formulated Chillax by my company, Life Happens. It's designed to help you stay cool under pressure. Check it out at lifehappens.com or on Amazon. Ooh, we got replicas. Interesting.
Interesting.
We got Dolly, right? The sheep that got cloned. Is cloning still going on? Have we all of a sudden forgot about our cloning technology, or is it going on behind closed doors? Let me know in the comments. Replicating so much, it's almost like cancer cells. The same cell just replicating itself, replicating itself, replicating itself, replicating itself, replicating itself.
You're repeating yourself. You're repeating yourself.
And going and going and going to where our machinery can't control it, stop it, just like this. They're gonna start to explode. There's a lack of space. It's almost giving the scenario of when somebody is at like a music event and they've gotten trampled. This is what happens. People just get stomped on, squished, there's no space, or they can't breathe because of the area that they're in. There you go. He's in prison. We do see a lot of prisoners at hospitals that I work at due to proximity. Common things that we see, fight injuries, so a lot of hematomas, swelling tissues, lacerations, fractured bones. Sometimes people will want to get out of the prison, so they'll end up doing nefarious things like swallow objects, stop eating, go on hunger strikes, and then end up having issues relating to passing out. Yep, does have control of it. Wow. I mean, that's a cool skill to have. If you had a superpower, what superpower would you have? Clone yourself, combat skills, flying. Let me know in the comments. Electrical injuries, maybe those electrical devices are causing a short circuit of your nervous system versus electrocuting the heart and having the heart stop because of the energy that it's providing. If you enjoyed this, definitely check out this playlist right here. Binge watch everything. And as always, do me a favor, subscribe, turn on your bell notifications, and hit that like button for me. Thank you so much for watching, and stay healthy, my friends.